YouTube, what's up? It's your girl, A Good Steward, coming to you today to budget out my January 29th paycheck. Welcome to my channel for those of you who are new. Well, my channel is brand new, so I appreciate every single view that I can get, and I certainly appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. So you can check out a couple of my previous videos, but this is a channel all about me trying to get my financial life in order, get it in check, specifically by using biblical principles. And so I always share a Bible verse that has inspired me for the week as it relates to my money. So for now, I'm just going to talk about my paycheck that I earned yesterday and fill out my budget worksheet. So this is a worksheet that has been inspired strongly by the Budget Mom, as well as a couple of other YouTubers, and also Dave Ramsey with the zero-based budgeting. So I will say that for this particular paycheck, a couple of things have happened, and so it's going to look like I am over budget, but I am going to pull a little bit of money at the end from my savings account to make certain that we can get to that zero balance at the very end, and I'll explain more about that in just a second. So again, thank you, and let's get right into it. So the date for the paycheck was January 29th, 2021. This was my second paycheck for the month, and I didn't receive any extra income for this particular pay cycle. I did just sell a dress on Poshmark, yay! But that money has not been released to me yet, which is fine. So for my regular paycheck, I did receive $3,274.70. So I'll be budgeting out that amount today. I always, this section is just titled What a Blessing, because I always pay my tithes and offering. I strongly believe that this is the reason why God has continued to bless me throughout the years, is that I put him first. And so this is a section that has its own category. And again, it's the very first thing I do before I save and put money into any other category. So this amount is $613. And so I tithe on my gross and not my net. That's what I've always been taught. So I'll do that. And once that amount is subtracted, then I am left with $2,661.70. Next, I have a really bad habit, or I used to in the past, of paying everybody but myself, and I'd put the leftover $25 or $50 or sometimes $100 to $200 depending, but I'd put that leftover money into my savings account. And now, after paying my tithes and offering, then I want to make certain that I pay myself next, and I make certain that that's just a habit. So in my savings account, which I have now automated, then I'll put $200. I am starting a journey towards investing, which again, if you watch my 2021 financial goals video, I talk about wanting to learn more about investing. So I will put $10 towards that amount. Retirement gets $250. So this is for my Roth IRA that I hold. And this total altogether is $460. So when you subtract the $460 from the $2661.70, then I now have $2,200.01, and I'm sorry, and 70 cents, and $1.70. That's what I meant to say. All right. So next I go into my sinking funds, and I created this worksheet, and after I created it, I actually added more sinking funds. So I will just kind of put those towards the bottom of the page. So my first one is benevolence, which is giving. I think that that's really important, so I will be giving $10 to that. My birthday is in June, so I will be saving $10 towards my birthday. Candle Day is for Bath and Body Works. They have an annual candle day, and I love their candles, but I'm not going to stuff that envelope this go around. Car insurance will get $30, I believe. That is actually due in a couple of weeks, and so I will be paying that. Car maintenance will only receive $10. There's really nothing that that's pressing that I have to do on my car at this point. Car registration will receive $25. That's due in April. My Christmas, I will be giving $20, and so that's it has a money challenge here because I do pull envelopes that have different amounts of money each week. And so for this week, it will get $20. My emergency fund, and this is outside of my regular 3 savings accounts that I already hold. So in this emergency fund, then I'll put $40 here. Gifts will receive $10. I am such a gift giver, so it's really hard. So like my aunt's birthday is this weekend. I want to send her some flowers. So I'm trying to figure out now, because I don't have enough built up in the gift envelope to do that. And normally this is a purchase that I would just put on a credit card, but I'm really trying hard not to use credit cards. And so I'm just such a gift giver by nature that it's kind of difficult to limit myself. But I'm trying. I do own my own home, and it definitely can be costly from time to time. So having money in my home maintenance sinking fund is important. Kids' college is going to receive $10, and this is for nieces and nephews as they go off to college, and me being able to help them with books or send them just some sort of a monthly allowance of $20 so they can get pizza or whatever. That's really important to me, and so I will be helping them out with college, just kind of the incidentals. Lawn care, I do have a really big yard, and so I get that treated every in the spring, summer and spring. Vacation will receive just $5. I'm not planning on going anywhere as of right now, but I will stuff this more. And wedding will receive $5. I will stuff both of those more, but in particular the vacation one after some other things have gone by. The only other sinking fund that I will be stuffing with this pay is the sinking fund for a 50th anniversary celebration for my parents. My siblings and I are helping to throw a party for them in June. Not really sure what the party's going to look like due to the pandemic. And obviously they've been married for 50 years, so they're older and their friends are older, so we don't want to put anybody in jeopardy. So just trying to figure out how to make an appropriate celebration, because clearly it's worthy of a party, right? I mean, 50 years is wow. But we also want to make certain that everybody is able to remain safe. So this particular sinking fund will receive $30. So when I add all of those up, then that totals up to $235. And when I subtract the $235 from the $2,201.70, when I subtract that, then I get $1,966.70. So then I move on to my expenses that I pay online. And so I do pay for my my cell phone, and I have a niece and my parents are also on my cell phone plan. So that bill, which I'm actually a little irritated about, so that's $249.34. So I recently went in December and I lowered that bill, and so I'm getting $40 off every month, so it'll go down to $209, which is great. But it won't happen. I thought it was going to happen immediately, so I budgeted it out for $209 as opposed to $249. So that's one of the reasons why this budget doesn't add up to or won't equal zero, and it'll look like I am in the minus. But again, I'll take it out of one of the savings accounts and I'll be fine. My car will receive $200. Citizens Gas, so this is the gas company. I do live in Indiana, and this bill, because it's been pretty chilly, is $371.36. So this, I'm also irritated with this because this is a bit high, even for the fact that the thermostat has been up. This is still pretty high, and so as soon as I opened that bill, I immediately went and turned the thermostat down. So, but this also is one of the ones that is throwing me off for this particular pay. But nevertheless, I'm going to pay it and pay it in full. So, yeah, not happy about it, but what can you do? These are your bills. So I will just look into it. My Discover card will be getting $100. I will spend $25 on gas. So I do have, I do drive a a hybrid, and I love the fact, so it's a pricey car, but I love the fact that I can fill it up once every 2 weeks and literally for $25 or $30. And it gets me through, and I always have leftover gas. And so I never spend more than that. And so I save a ton of money on gas. Hulu, I paid $2 a month. I got that Black Friday special. I did not get my electric bill yet. My mortgage will get $900. And I do split that in half and half for each pay. So it looks like just $900 for each pay, and that's what it is. And so my mortgage is $1,800. Well, it's less than that, but I pay additional on the principal every single month, and I have since I've owned my home because I plan to pay it off early. It's a regular 30-year fixed mortgage for right now. So Nelnet, these are my student loans. Those don't get paid on the second pay of the month. Netflix is, I just put $16, it's $15.99, even though I got an email earlier this week, just a few days ago, saying that it was going to go up by $2, and so now it would be $17.99. So I'm trying to decide if I want to keep that plan or if I want to lower it down to the cheapest option that they have, so I'm not sure. And then lastly is my Xfinity, and that is $116.17. So this is something else. This is kind of leftover. So I have cut my cable as of December. Oops, sorry, make sure you guys are in frame. I did cut the cable, and so now I'm just going to be paying for internet only. So that's going to go down to $90 a month. And so this one, they explained it to me that this one was a bit over because of leftover charges from when I had cable. Frustrating, but okay. So again, this messed up my budget, this messed up my budget, and this messed up my budget for this month. So with that said, this all totals out to $2,079.87, which, if you see, subtracting this from this amount, obviously I'm over, right? So that's problematic for me. Let's see how much I'm over. Let me grab my calculator. So when I subtract 2079 and I subtract the 1966.70 from that, then that means I am over $113.17. And that's even before I get to my cash envelopes. And so wasn't real happy about that, right? But we're going to keep going, and then I'll tell you guys what I'm going to do to fix this. So with beauty and toiletries, then I wish I could skip this envelope this week, but I can't. So that's going to get $10. Clothes and shoes I can skip for this week. Not going to purchase anything new right now. Eating out, I'm also going to skip for this week, and I'm okay with that. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Sorry, I'm consulting my notebook on the side. I actually do still have $10 here budgeted for that. So that's a mistake. Let me put $10 there. For groceries, I'm going to have $50. And I can eat well by myself, no children. I'm single, so I can actually eat pretty well for 2 weeks for $50. And I'm somebody who I can eat the same thing for several days in a row. Obviously not when food goes bad, but I can fix a pot. I can fix soup or stew or chili. Love those. A casserole, a pasta dish of some sort. So I can eat that, and I bring my lunch to work most days. Household is going to receive $15, and my miscellaneous category is also going to receive $15. So when I add that up, 15, 15, 30, and 50 is $80, $90, $100. So now it looks like leftover money, it looks like I'm in the hole for $213.17. So what I plan to do is I will pull this money from one of my savings account. I keep I have one savings account that's linked to my checking, and then I have two additional savings accounts that's at a totally different bank because it's just easier for me to simply not touch that money. But one of the things that I wanted to do here, and in the past, I would just go right into the savings and not think twice about it, but I'm really trying to not touch the savings. And so I don't love that I'll be transferring money from savings over to checking. But again, these were just kind of some honest mistakes here that were just really messed with the budget. Also trying to like really stay true, and like sinking funds are savings. And so wanting to make sure that anything I can think of that I need to save for, I'm still going to do that, and I'm going to do that consistently. So I didn't really want to pull from these funds to make up the difference here. So I'm not going to do that either. So anyway, with that said, then I will be adding, or I will be taking this money from savings. So ultimately, it will be 0. Okay? So the back has the cash breakdown. And so when I go to the bank, I'm able to tell them exactly what I want as far as denominations are concerned. And so let's go ahead and complete that part. So benevolence is $10, and I want one of those. Birthday also is $10, and that's going to get one. I'm not stuffing candles. Car insurance gets $30, so that's going to be a 10 and a 20. Car maintenance, let's see, I can't remember. Car maintenance is 10, so that will just be a $10 bill. Car registration is 25, so that'll be a $5 bill and a 20. Christmas is 20. So I can't remember because there were two different envelopes, and I think it was the 12 and 8. So 3, 1, and 1. My emergency fund is $45, so that's 1, and that's 2 20s. Gifts will receive a $10 bill. House maintenance, I can't remember, 10. Will receive 10, so that'll be a $10 bill. Kids' college will be a $10 bill. Lawn care is 15, so that's a 5 and a 10. Vacation is 5. Wedding is 5. Beauty and toiletries will receive a 10. Oops. Clothes and shoes is 0. Eating out is a 10. Groceries is 50. So I'm going to do a 10 and 2 20s there. Household is 15 for a 5 and a 10. Miscellaneous is 15 for a 5 and a 10. And then again, I had forgotten, or I added the 50th anniversary party after I had created this. And I need to just go back in and redo it, but I already made a few copies, and so I'm just going to add this down here, even though it's not a cash envelope. So 50th anniversary. And that's going to receive $30 from this pay. So that will be a $10 bill and a $20 bill. So when I add it all up, then I'm going to have 3 $1 bills. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 10s. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 20s. So that'll be $3, $40. Let me put the little dollar sign. This will be $150 and $140. So I will pull those amounts from the bank prior to my cash stuffing video. The last part is I have action steps, and those are just simply things that I want to make sure that I do during this pay. So because again, I can just be forgetful. So that will lead to, at times it's led to paying bills late. It's led to things being disconnected. And again, all while I have money sitting in the bank. So this just kind of helps me before I walk away and forget all about finances. Then I just want to make sure that I have my action steps and what I need to do. So I need to write my tithes and offering check. It's easier for me. My church is a little old school, so it's easier for me. I do have a checkbook, and I just write a check for my tithes and offering. And then there are some bills that I need to pay online. So I need to make sure to do that piece. I need to go to the bank. And withdraw money for my sinking funds and my cash envelopes. I also will need to, I need to fill in, well, I'm saying complete here, but my money planner. And I need to do my savings trackers. Make sure you guys can still see. Let me move that up. And then lastly, I will say that I am going to do my meal planning for the next couple of weeks, and then head to the grocery store. So with that said, that is my paycheck budget for my January 29th pay. And like I've always said, I want to make sure that I leave you guys with a scripture. So for today's scripture, to keep me encouraged, I don't know how well you can, I think you can see that, yeah. Then I picked the scripture from Proverbs chapter 6, and these are verses 6 through 8. And I got this from the Amplified version. But it says, "Go to the ant, O lazy one, observe her ways and be wise, which, having no chief, overseer, or ruler, she prepares her food in the summer and brings in her provisions of food for the winter in the harvest." And so, again, just a perfect example, look at the ants, how diligent they are. They save up for the winter time when there isn't food, right? And so I think that for me, this is, again, just more confirmation of not just putting money in a savings account, but the benevolence pieces. And so, I'm sorry, benevolence, but the sinking fund pieces. I just read benevolence. But ants are wise. They know that there's going to be a time of plenty and a time of want. And so I just want to make sure that I am putting money away for that rainy day and for that time when perhaps there will be a real emergency. So again, the scripture just tells me exactly what it is that I need to do. And it also says having no chief, overseer, or ruler. There's nobody making the ant do that, but it's just they know that they need to get it done. And so I'm not held accountable by anyone for my money. And so but I should still know that I need to get it done. So that's how I'm looking at it. So with that said, I really, really appreciate you guys sticking with me and joining me for my paycheck budgeting, joining me for my scripture for this video. And I hope that you will stay tuned for my next video, which will be the cash stuffing of my sinking funds and my cash envelopes. So until next time, just remember this is about faith. If we are faithful to God with just the few things he blesses us with, then he is faithful to bless us with more. So go be blessed and remember to be a blessing to others. Bye.